Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video and for checking out my content. In today's reading, then we are going to have a look at how are the BTS members currently feeling about tour life and touring, and what are their struggles and joys when it comes to that. And also, guys, before I start, I just have a tiny request for you all. I'm not so sure if you guys have heard about the new terms and conditions that are going to be applied in upcoming August now for YouTube and the UK based creators. There are channels that will be prioritized, which are more important, which are then the BBC News, the ITV News, Sky News, all of these sort of channels, okay, because people just don't watch TV anymore, and there are, I don't know, some rules and regulations that have changed when it comes to YouTube and official news sources, okay? And because of that, the UK creators like myself are really not happy about it, because what happens here is that, due to these channels being shown as priority to all the viewers on YouTube, or especially if you're in the UK and so forth, right, it pushes all the content creators like myself further back. So my content and other UK based creators might not be so easily discovered or seen on YouTube. So guys, if you like this reading or any of my future readings, I kindly ask you to like my readings, hype them or share them, because otherwise my channel might die out. Basically, I would not ask this if it wasn't for something as important, okay? But I hope you understand, and I hope you can sympathize with me a little bit when it comes to this. I put so much hard work and effort into maintaining this and growing this channel so that more armies could see these messages, and people who like tarot and they connect with it, okay, they would find their way here as well eventually. So to all of you who have already done that, thank you so much. You are an absolute star. And if you're new here, please consider liking or subscribing to my channel. Hype this reading if you can, of course. But yeah, just know that it would be so appreciated. But without further ado, guys, let's get into today's reading, and let's start with Jungkook's energy first. All right, my loves, let's have a look at then the cards now that I've pulled out for Jungkook already. And just a disclaimer, I've done all of this just to save time, okay? Don't want these readings to be super long. But for the overall energy, if we have 5 of Wands over here, so I don't know if Jungkook is feeling like, it's been a bit of a battle, let's say, okay, and this whole tour so far. It could be possibly, with others, there's been maybe a lot of conflict or tense situations, but 5 of Wands is also the energy of like quite sporty, athletic energy, so physically has been quite taxing as well, okay? But yeah, guys, let's start clarifying, and let's then have a look what's happening here, okay? So let's clarify this 5 of Wands, the overall energy for Jungkook, and how does it currently feel about touring and tour life. Clarify 5 of Wands. So yeah, see, we've got opposition here, which is clashes, misunderstandings, night and day type of energy, okay? Somebody has this opinion and I have opposite opinion of this, okay, clashing with others. This can sometimes be like inner conflict as well, but more than anything, opposition is clashing with another entity, let's say. And we've got moon here as well, so I feel like emotionally it has been quite exhausting. And also when it comes to his interactions with others and having to kind of push through possibly exhaustion and emotional ups and downs and stuff, okay, it has been quite tense overall, like energetically, having to dance, having to be on the go constantly, has been, yeah, quite exhausting, okay. But let's have a look. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse, Seven of Cups in the reverse, Strength in the reverse, Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and Seven of Pentacles challenged, okay. And bottom of the deck, we have the Magician in the reverse. We have Knight of Wands in the reverse and Knight of Pentacles upright, okay. So do you think that when it comes to possibly his career, he could be feeling like this tour has turned things around for me in a positive way, even though it's been tense, even though it's been difficult at times, and we have been clashing, and you know, emotionally maybe it has been quite a battle as well internally, like I have to kind of force myself to go out there, do this, keep on going and so forth, right? But it has benefited me also, like it hasn't been all bad so far, at least, okay. With the Page of Wands in the reverse, there's the need for a bit more like relaxed time, or just, you know, the time to procrastinate and not think about where I need to go next, what do I need to do next, okay. Usually the Page of Wands upright energy is all about, I'm so excited to get going, I'm so excited to learn more, do more and develop. But in the reverse, it's like I'm feeling a little bit like either directionless, okay, or there's just the need to stop and smell the roses as well, okay. Now we've got Seven of Cups over here in the reverse as well. It feels like there's overwhelm maybe about how many things we still have left to do, how many places we still have to visit, for example, with that Page of Wands being right above it, okay. So again, that cup energy is quite emotional and deep, I'd say, as well. But at the same time, the Seven of Cups in the reverse is like I haven't got any other choice but to keep going and to have a clear mindset that, yeah, I've got all this work to do here, but I still need to keep on going, basically, right? I know exactly which direction I'm going, like there's no guessing about, you know, what's to come and so forth. So perhaps this is something that gives him pleasure, knowing that there's something still coming. It's like I'm not in the dark when it comes to my career. I'm not like guessing, I'm not like hoping for the best. It's like I know that success is coming, but at the same time, sometimes I would just like to have less to do as well, you know, stop and smell the roses, as I said. So we've got Strength in the reverse. There's some sort of weakness or insecurity or just feeling weak or out of energy, because Strength energy is Leo, which is a sun energy, okay. Sun is vitality, radiance, your energy. And in the reverse is like I don't always have the energy though to keep on going because of the Wheel of Fortune being right above it. And the Wheel of Fortune always keeps on spinning. It just doesn't stop. And that's the same energy with Jungkook as well. So we have Three of Pentacles next in the reverse. So this certainly could be some office drama, okay, drama within the other members as well, with this Five of Wands being right above it, okay. And I feel like there's the need to be alone or have some privacy as well. Three of Pentacles in the reverse is doing something by yourself, working alone or just being on your own and not working at all sometimes can be as well, okay. And that could be also another thing that is like on the negative, perhaps a little bit challenging, because perhaps everybody wants to have a bit of privacy and alone time and to slow down in life every now and again, but there's no liberty to do that. So we kind of need to push through again with that Five of Wands. And now we also have the Seven of Pentacles here in a challenged position, which would be then as I said about the Seven of Cups in the reverse, like Seven of Pentacles is all about patience, but patience is challenged. Like, I know we have so much work left to do, and I'm aware of that, and I've accepted this, but at the same time, it's still really challenging. It doesn't make it any easier to get the job done still, because it's some sort of long-term effort, long-term progress. Like, this tour is long-term progress. He could be thinking we're maybe done half of it by now, but there's still another half or more to even come. And you know, there's overwhelm, as I said, with the Seven of Cups right above it as well. Overwhelm. When he starts thinking about, oh my God, I'm still going to be touring for an entire year or something like that. And the thought alone could be quite like, I don't know, it might bring up certain feelings of like, I don't know if I want to do it for that long. Do you know what I mean? Again, this Five of Wands here with the moon and opposition energy is all about emotionally, I'm feeling like pushing back a little bit, or, you know, protecting myself, or I'm just not agreeing with the length of the tour possibly, and the workload. Okay, I don't know if we really need to be working that much. That could be another thing here as well. Okay, and you know, Knight of Pentacles here with the Knight of Wands in the reverse certainly can speak about like, I'm just feeling so scattered sometimes as well. I'm working very hard. I'm trying to stay as productive as possible, but I feel like a bit like spaced out sometimes also. It's like I can't catch a break. The Magician in the reverse as well, it's like a lack mindset, like I'm lacking something, which essentially would be with the Knight of Wands, sorry, in the reverse, is to slow down and work slowly. Knight of Pentacles is slow and methodical. It's not like rush, 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 but Knight of Wands is very, very fast energy. Okay, so that's what I mean. I feel like if he could change something, it would be not so much the workload, but it would be the timing on everything, in terms of like we're rushing through all the countries we are possibly visiting here. We don't get any time for privacy, any time to really relax and enjoy where we are as well for a day or two longer, just for fun and leisure, right? Instead, we are just rushing through those countries, and that's not very exciting. So that's what I'm essentially getting here for Jungkook when it comes to his energy right now, when it comes to the tour and tour life. Okay, so short and sweet, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, but let's move on now to Sugar. So for Sugar, we have also Five of Wands, just like for Jungkook as well. Now, Five of Wands has come out with strength energy, dignified energy, and we've got the ninth house here as well. See, Five of Wands is a very tense, intense energy. Okay, so just as I said in Jungkook's reading, okay, he certainly could be feeling like he needs to stay in his strength to push through this tour and to stay strong and resilient. Now we've got the ninth house, which is essentially Sagittarius energy, but ninth house is all about experiences that widen our perspective, seeing the bigger picture in life. This is foreign travel, for example. This is also higher education, higher cause, promotional activities, okay, and consciousness expanding activities, and meaning that, you know, this experience for him is expanding his consciousness. It is maybe even realizing or seeing this in a completely different perspective when we compare this reading with Jungkook's reading, for example, because ninth house is quite philosophical. Okay, he's trying to find meaning for all of this in his life. You know, why was I put on this earth? To do this for example, for a living, or what does it mean to others as well. This is bringing together, you know, different cultures, people from different parts of the world and different backgrounds, for example, as well. So very philosophical energy, as I said. So essentially, he is maturing through this experience, and he is, you know, enjoying or trying to enjoy and push through this journey, because this is all about being on a journey that is going to help me to expand and progress in life. Okay, so therefore I need to stay strong and battle through it. But also, you know, because we are asking about the current energy specifically, it's possible that there are some, you know, tensions and conflicts going on when it comes to the group, BTS as a, you know, brand maybe, or other team members as well that are working behind the scenes, for example. Okay, and it's just right now this phase feels a little bit intense, where he feels like he has to, like, kind of, as I said, battle through it, or do his best to stay strong and have like a clear goal in mind that, you know, I'm going to go and get this done and there's no stopping me, basically. Okay. Again, with that Sagittarius energy, the arrow always points to where you want to go and what is your main priority, main goal in life, and you don't look back. Okay. But then we also have the Chariot energy here. We've got Four of Cups in the reverse. We've got Four of Wands here. And we've got Ace of Pentacles, Four of Swords in the reverse. And we've got the Star here as well. So let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. So we've got Justice here, Three of Swords, and we've got 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So with the Chariot, I feel like he's very much still focused on reaping as much success as he possibly can from this experience when it comes to this tour overall. And I feel like the tour itself is offering him success in life as well. So I don't know if he's possibly thinking as well about his past, because Five of Wands is past energy. Okay, something that happened in the past, like a clash, or it could be his scandal even, but now very confidently moving on, or he could be realizing here, as I said, ninth house is seeing the bigger picture, that I've actually moved on from this time in my life. And with that Cancerian energy, fourth house coming through here, I should continue nurturing this phase in my life. I should continue moving forward and not even look back to what happened, where I was like a year ago or 2 years ago, for example, or more, and not kind of carry that past with me. Just stay focused on the future and doing the best that I can for my future. Okay. We've got this Four of Cups in the reverse now as well. So I do think that he might have moments of where I can't be bothered to get up. I can't be bothered to get out of my room. I just really struggle getting going, or you know, finding happiness within this situation. Or like some days, like we all feel like I just don't want to get out of bed. Like it's just so hard to get out of bed and get going, get dressed, go to work. And you know, he has these feelings here as well. But Four of Cups in the reverse specifically is the sort of energy that, you know, once I do get going, I actually quite enjoy myself, or I'm set on having a good time rather than like dragging myself through this whole tour, right? So he's at least right now in this headspace where he could be just trying to, you know, take in as much as he can when it comes to other cultures. Again, this ninth house here, learn from them, you know, speak to people from different countries, or do something, even quite actively take part in some activities possibly. Now, ninth house and the Five of Wands is both very athletic energies as well. So go for walks, go for sightseeing, especially with this ninth house. Sagittarius is very curious energy, okay? But it's fire as well that needs to stay in motion, that needs to keep on learning as well, okay? So he certainly could be trying to enjoy this tour by doing these sort of things and not just working, not just dancing, not just, staying in the hotel and just looking at all the BTS members every day and getting fed up of them a little bit. I feel like he's also interested in venturing out and actually seeing where he is as well, even if he's feeling tired, even if he's feeling like I can't be bothered getting out of my bed, okay? And also, obviously, when it comes to work as well, I feel like he is trying his best to push through, even if he's feeling a bit low on energy or just not overly inspired, but he's just actively just picking up this cup, this microphone, and it's almost like when you get over that resistance, right? Where you're resisting, I don't want to do it, I just don't want to do it. Once you get over it, he's just maybe finding himself in a place where actually this was quite fun. It's something like that I'm getting. So we've got this Four of Wands here as well, which is all about stability, harmony, celebration as well. I'm trying to celebrate this time in my life right now when I am expanding. I am possibly also, when it comes to the fans as well, he feels maybe included, and that makes him feel really pleased and happy. And as I said again, I'm getting like a really strong undertone of the past. Like in the past, I was not in this place. So now that I get to do all of this, it makes me appreciate all of this so much more. And I'm really happy to be connecting to my community all over the world, right? And that's why I want to learn more about where some of the armies are from and what is part of their culture, and I don't know, try their cuisine or just learn more about each country where I go, basically. I do think also that when it comes to performing, he's trying to enjoy himself as much as he can, and he's trying to be on his best behavior, best energy as well, where people can really connect with him, and he wants to connect with the armies himself as well, okay? um so he's overall, I feel, especially because we're starting with the Chariot energy, he's really emotionally, at least, really celebrating this phase in his life where, as much as I'm constantly on the go, it also means that I have stability in my life where my career is safe and I have a clear goal in mind, and there's no stopping me, right? Nobody's even trying to stop me, and it just gives me that pleasure to just enjoy this phase in my life. So also we've got Ace of Pentacles here now as well. So I feel like he's quite happy maybe about the money as well that he could be earning from this tour. Now, for all I know, because Chariot usually is a combined energy where he might want to share this money with someone. Now, for all I know, it could have something to do with the charity organization that he's founded, okay? So it's like the profits that he's making from the store aren't meant just for himself. Again, that Cancerian energy, fourth house energy, is some sort of home environment that has like this caring undertone. So I am thinking that, as we're saying about the ninth house, there's more meaning to the store. It's not just me trying to be a rock star here and, think of myself only, how much money I can earn and, how many fans I've got and everything. It's got like a deeper meaning to him. It's like, it's not just for myself. It's also for possibly like people who depend on me, who are lacking something in their life or who are struggling. That's why I'm thinking it could have something to do with the charity as well, okay? And I mean, with the Chariot, fourth house could also be like the moon energy, and in male's chart, the moon signifies their wife, their spouse, okay? So it certainly could be that it's almost like what I'm getting is the impression of like, now I'm like a working husband here as well, like, so that my wife could have a wonderful life, or I can take care of my parents, for example, and make sure that they don't struggle with finances and stuff. So it's not just like him being motivated by money and how much he can make during this tour and everything, right? It's more about like, yes, I'm earning this money, but this money is really purposeful and it's meaningful. Like, it's not just material. Like, he doesn't have that material headspace when it comes to this tour and how he feels about it currently. And we've got this Four of Swords in the reverse here next, which is all about, yeah, I feel like he's exhausted at the same time. Right, he's tired, he wants to sleep, more specifically, I'm getting. So I don't know if Sugar is the sort of person who just likes longer mornings or something like that, or likes to kind of stay in bed for a bit longer if he can, or he's maybe struggling with getting up in the morning. Like, I'm personally a morning person. I've got no problems with getting up in the morning, but I can't stay up late. But he could be like the opposite, where he is up late and then he would prefer to sleep longer in the morning. Or there's like some sort of energy of like, some days I don't want to come out of the room even. I want to stay in and just think about life and everything, and music and creation and what else I can do. To, I don't know, deliver the best possible music for my fans. Like, his fans are really highlighted here as well, that he is very much focused on his fandom, to keeping them happy. And also I'm getting the energy of gratefulness as well, that, I'm so grateful to be giving this new opportunity, this new or second chance, I guess, at putting things right when it comes to his career specifically, which is this Ace of Pentacles here and Four of Cups. Okay, so I feel like, despite of maybe stress and sleeplessness and exhaustion, he's still getting up and pushing through it, because he knows that this phase in my life is extremely important. I have a new opportunity at stability and success, okay, and I cannot take it for granted. And here we are with the Star now, which is wonderful, wonderful energy, especially because we've got the Four of Wands right above it as well. This is healing my community, or my community's healing me, could be as well. Okay, as I said, like with Sugar, always we've got quite deep and emotional, I guess, or philosophical readings. Okay, he's kind of like thinking slightly differently to other members in my perspective now as a reader. But the Star energy is now Aquarius 11th house. This is my community, this is me thinking outside of the box, but also this is very humanitarian, altruistic type of energy as well, right? So me putting myself out there, for example, is helping me to heal, is helping me. Like, each time I get on this stage and I see everybody's smiling faces, that they're here to see me, and obviously other boys as well. No one's chanting like, Sugar, get off the stage or anything. Like, I feel the community. I feel like I'm part of something, and there's no one who feels differently to that. As I said, like, there's nobody here who doesn't want to see me, for example. All these people, these crowds have come here, they've, I don't know, bought their tickets, they've traveled, let's say, as well, just to see me, to perform, to just to see my face overall, I'm getting as well. And that is bringing on like that really deep rooted healing within him as well. Now, this is the North Node energy, and it's giving me inspiration and optimism to keep on going. It's giving meaning to my life, it's giving meaning to my career, and I couldn't be any more grateful. So how can I really hate this stage in my life where I have to work so hard because it's touring and it's such a long tour as well? He does not see it this way. He sees it in a way where this is a new chance, a second chance at life, at success, at my purpose, and I am not going to take it for granted, okay? So we've got the justice here as well. As I said, with that Libra 7th house, okay, it's bringing certain things into balance or back into balance after a time of heartbreak and disaster, especially with the 3 of Swords and 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, which is the darker side of the industry that he's in at the moment, and also legalities with this justice here as well, authority figures and so forth. But now this phase in my life, right, is bringing everything back into balance. I'm also maybe restoring my financial status, I guess. So let's say if this charity has cost him a lot, let's say, okay, he's kind of like, you know, continuing earning money, but the main focus here is not to become a rich or the richest man in Korea or something like that, is to contribute more towards his community rather than or like society could even be as well. Again, this Aquarius 11th house is thinking outside of the box, doing something completely different than others do. Like, I'm not interested in sports cars, I'm not interested in living in a massive mansion or something like that and wearing brand clothes all the time. To me, what gives me meaning and purpose in life is to help, to be of help, to be a guiding light maybe to others as well who are struggling, for example. And this is where you know, my career and this tour comes in, because it gives me purpose and strength to carry on with it, knowing that it's not just about being a celebrity and a rock star and you know, rich man, basically. You know, he does not think this way, so he's super grateful here to have been given this second chance, and he's really trying to enjoy and be grateful of this phase in his life at the moment. Okay, so guys, this is all I've got now for our lovely Sugar and how he feels about the tour and touring life at this time. But let's move on and let's have a look at J-Hope's energy next. Okay, let's see, what do we have here for J-Hope now? So for J-Hope, interestingly enough, the overall energy has come out as the 5 of Swords. It's strange though, because there's a lot of like past energy, more like recent past energy, because we did get just 5 of Wands now for Jungkook and Suga as well. So don't know if there's like in the recent past, let's say, there's been some conflict between the members, you know, some of the members or something like that. But 5 of Swords is winning at all costs. You know, he might be thinking that when it comes to this tour, he needs to stay on top of everything and keep on going as best as he can. Like, he's not giving up or giving in, could be even as well, if there are some conflicts or something. You know, 5 of Swords specifically is quite a manipulative and sneaky energy, bullying energy, or could even be abusive relationships. I don't know if he's like feeling that, you know, the BTS members or BTS is being abused by, let's say, the company to make them as much profit as possible. Or it could certainly indicate him feeling like, I've been treated unfairly by someone just recently, let's say, like through conflict, or there's someone always looking to fight with me or argue with me. It's quite a disagreeing and competitive energy, and he certainly could be feeling, at least, you know, the sword energy being all about your thoughts and your headspace. Like, I feel defeated, but I have to keep on going the best as I can, because it means somebody else then will win. You know, it's slightly this confrontational type of energy, or like tense energy, where I'm feeling like someone's at my throat all the time, but I gotta keep on going. I can't let people to manipulate me. I can't get people to put me down, for example. I have to stand up for myself, and this sort of energy, especially with the sword, could certainly be like a more like a verbal altercation, like it's always having to be on the defense or something. So with this energy, we have Aquarius that's come out here. We've got dignified energy as well. As said, you know, I have to stay strong for my collective, for example. Aquarius is all about collaborating as well, so I kind of have to continue collaborating with all these people who I think are slight abusers, or they just don't seem to treat me fairly, or they don't understand me, for example, or the way I think. Again, Aquarius thinks outside of the box. It's slightly like a different energy, and that's why maybe people can't relate to me. They don't understand what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to convey, what I'm trying to do here, and that's causing, you know, altercations, tensions, conflicts, and so forth. We also have the ascendant energy here, which is quite an important energy. This is all about your appearance, your orientation to life, and how he responds to the world around him, or the other way around, how the world responds to him as well. Okay, this is how he carries himself, and you know, this is also him maybe start to learn how to understand his own personality a little bit more as well, that perhaps he's trying to, or this tool, let's say, is helping him to see himself from a side, right, from somebody else's point of view. So he is learning here, but it's through difficulties and through resistance, I guess. It's like, I don't want to learn these sort of lessons about me, but it's likely that the universe is trying to bring some lessons to the forefront when it comes to his experience during this tour, okay? And also, not to mention, ascendant is your style as well, how you present yourself to others, how others perceive you. And sometimes this can also be like, you know, first impressions, or the impression that he leaves on others is really important to him, like especially because of the Aquarius. It's the collectives, for example, the fans and so forth, right? So maybe that's why there are conflicts when it comes to J-Hope, because he is trying to present the most perfect image, or let's say if it has something to do with dancing, which has been actually coming out in the weekly readings that I do for my members only, that there's been conflicts over him, you know, wanting a perfect outcome, right? And it's just causing arguments, that, you know, someone isn't doing something perfectly, and then he's getting backlash by pushing maybe some of the members too hard, okay? I'm not trying to judge, obviously, but this is what I've been roughly getting in the recent past readings that I've just done for my members now. And also, he could be feeling like he is being judged by his appearance as well, or there's just like, I don't know, feelings of lack almost. There's like that deep-rooted like trauma or fears, let's say, about his looks or his appearance, or how he is being portrayed in the public and how the fans see him and so forth, okay? But at the same time, that's what I mean. It's almost like I have to do the best, I have to look the best, I have to try my best or something like that. So there's a lot of pressure to be the best and to do the best, basically. And it does not maybe always align with others around him. Again, that Aquarius likes to be free, okay? Aquarius likes to do what they want to do. Now, it certainly is true for him. He wants to do things the way he does them. But when it comes to other members or the people he has to deal with, they also maybe want a bit of freedom or a bit of understanding and empathy maybe from him, that, listen, we are trying our best here, and we also believe in the same things as you do, but you know, sometimes perfection is just gonna be overly exhausting, right? So, you know, it's something along those lines, like we need to preserve our strength here. And another thing that I was getting as a side note, it could also be that there's like almost like a comparison when it comes to his own tour as well. I don't know if he's thinking like my light has been dimmed a little bit or something like that, but it's almost like I gotta keep on going again. I gotta keep pushing through this. Not so much like a downfall, but it is almost like, with the ascendant specifically, and Aquarius will be that star energy essentially. It's like I kind of get lost in the crowd a little bit, and I don't know how I feel about it, okay? Because he's just had his own tour before this tour, isn't it? So the other cards that we've got here now are the Hanged Man, which is again like a change perspective and the need to surrender, and there's not a lot I can do anyway about it. We've got Ace of Wands, we've got the Wheel of Fortune upright, which is really lovely actually. We've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse, yeah, and King of Pentacles in the reverse also, and Four of Wands in the reverse. As I said, it's like there's like some sort of conflict going on here behind the scenes, or he's just still holding on to some sort of past conflict. Okay, bottom of the deck we have a Three of Cups. Okay, this is celebration, friends, collaborations. We've got Justice here, and we've got See the Star. So it's just speaking about the star, but it's in the reverse. This is lack of hope. This is feeling quite pessimistic even, you know, and down, and a little bit maybe confused about his own future when it comes to like his solo career or the name that he's made for himself. With the Hanged Man, as I said, so this is him trying to see things from a different perspective, or from somebody else's perspective, I'm getting as well. So somebody here could be many of the other members even as well, who are trying to make him understand that, you know, perhaps we should change the narrative. Perhaps we should change your mind about something as well. Okay, and the Hanged Man is all about, okay, I'm accepting, I'm releasing, but I don't always want to though. Like I'm forced to accept situations, release certain situations where before I would have like maybe argued my way through it, or I would have maybe stepped up for myself more. But because we're touring, but because we're constantly together, I'm trying to avoid conflict. So therefore I'm, you know, I'm not saying a lot, or I'm just trying to prioritize peace rather than, you know, be in conflict with others all the time or something. Or at least right now, this is the energy that he's in when it comes to tour and tour life. It's almost like hurt feelings I'm getting here a little bit. But we've got Ace of Wands here as well, which is all about inspiration and willpower and desire and energy as well, and new opportunity to grow. And I feel like he's just overall focused on staying as inspired as he can, or be inspirational to others even. So that's what I mean. There could be misunderstandings because others might be perceiving him as being overly perfectionistic, or maybe a little bit rigid, or too strict even. I'm getting where it's in his perspective, he's trying to be inspirational. I'm trying to inspire you to do better, to do more, and maybe see that, you know, our fandom, for example, deserves our very best, even when we're tired, even when we can't be bothered, and so forth. But it's almost like he's only seeing his perspective. So that's what I mean. There's the lesson here to consider others more, to see others' perspective as well, and not just his own. Okay. But despite of that, he is still almost like feeling like maybe this is just the beginning, like we've not even scratched the surface when it comes to like the workload and everything. I don't know if he's like seeing himself a little bit like that guide, or somebody who's been there, done that already, and that again is something that's maybe rubbing others the wrong way around. There's like some sort of clashing energies coming through here. Okay, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune, thankfully, upright as well. Okay, so the fact that he's just not trying to drag this conflict on, and he's just kind of swallowing his pride here a little bit, okay, is helping things to move along a little bit. Or like there's a turning point, at least, that's coming up for him now, where he maybe is able to release this situation, or there's something better that he's trying to focus on. It's like there's other things that I can focus on that will benefit my success and BTS's success, obviously, as well. And he's inspired to keep things happy and friendly, specifically, I'm getting as well with this Aquarius and the Three of Cups here. even if we don't always get along, even if I feel like people are having a go at me for no reason at all, or if they don't understand me specifically, and like if I might come across as a bit pushy or confusing or something like that, okay, I try not to hold on to these feelings. But some days I feel like it's easier said than done though. But overall, I do think that Wheel of Fortune being here has brought success into his life. Like this tour, despite of the challenges, has brought a lot of success into his life. And again, just as in Jungkook's reading, the Wheel of Fortune upright came out for him as well. This is the right direction to go in when it comes to his career at the moment. Even though he's not a solo artist at the moment, he's part of BTS, a collective. You know, despite of that, it is still setting me off on the right journey that will bring me success, right? It's like a turning point. It's still keeping me in the public eye. It's still keeping my fans happy that I'm still active. I'm doing a lot. I'm kind of everywhere. I haven't stopped and I'm not planning on stopping as well. It's very, very ambitious. Like this tour, it's like a potential. He's seeing it as a potential for more growth even after the tour. Even let's say if BTS decides not to tour anymore after this one, who knows, isn't it? But this tour, it benefits my solo career as well. It's like he's thinking of himself as well and not just of everyone else. Like he's also kind of trying to see how do I navigate my life after this tour, and this tour is really going to help me to proceed as a solo artist, or I don't know if there's already something in the works behind the scenes for like post tour life and new projects and all of that. But this tour is going to keep me in the public eye with this ascendant here, so I gotta do the best that I can. I have to continue plodding on, even if it's hard, if it's exhausting and emotionally maybe sometimes it's really bad. But I feel like his fans overall just mean the world to him. It's like I don't want to lose my fans. I don't want to kind of get lost in the crowd at the same time here as well. So I gotta do my best to stay kind of out there in the public and not just fade away or hold back too much. I'm getting here as well, because his life is expanding as a artist. Specifically, he knows with the Jupiter being here, it's all about expansion. Right now I have this opportunity to expand even further, and that's why it requires of me to put a lot of hard work into it. He's got like that businessman mindset rather than a creative. I'm not really getting like a creative artist type of energy, even though he is. But at this time, at least, perhaps this mindset gives him the strength and the inspiration to keep going. Like he's seeing it as an opportunity for more growth in the future, or to keep his career stable and ongoing, and like it adds to his legacy, basically long-term success even after the tour is over. Okay, so we also have now the Queen of Wands in the reverse, which is quite introverted and insecure energy though. So I don't know if there's also, like I said in Jungkook's reading as well, like there's that need to have a bit of privacy, I guess, or alone time. And certainly could be that he's bickering or others are bickering around him, even possibly could be as well, is because we're face to face every single day. We don't really get a break from seeing one another, which is so needed sometimes, especially when we've had a tense moment, especially when, you know, we're not just feeling like we want to socialize, we kind of have to force ourselves to, or at least when it comes to his energy, and that kind of ruins his experience a little bit, where he does not get to possibly slow down or just spend some time on his own, do his own things, go off and do whatever he wants to do without all the other BTS members, right? But again, it's almost like I gotta sacrifice to gain something at the same time. Do you know what I mean? And for him to gain is his fans, his uh longevity when it comes to this business, this industry, and so forth. He could be thinking like, yeah, perhaps this comes across a bit selfish, but at the same time, it's like I want to stay in this industry obviously as long as I can, because I feel like this is my purpose in life. This is what gives my life purpose, right? Connecting with my community army. I love them so much, and I would never want this to end. It gives me inspiration to keep going when I'm just not feeling overly confident within myself. Like I feel like he's got like some sort of complex here when it comes to like how he shows up, how others perceive him, maybe his looks even. Queen of Wands is upright, specifically someone who has that zest for life, who's really confident, who's hot and sexy and so forth. But his energy here is in the reverse, and we have this ascendant over here as well. It's almost like I do have my insecurities about how sexy or attractive I am, for example, but I have to kind of overcome my insecurities and keep on going, and there's like some sort of like cycle of like constantly finding meaning in my life. Why is my life and my purpose meaningful to others around me as well? It's like rediscovering this over and over again. That gives me the purpose, not like me being the sexiest man alive, or me being like as popular as like the younger members are, for example. Even though he probably would want to, he would probably desire to be as popular as they are, but it is what it is. Like I've got other things that are better than they have, like my maybe dancing skills, or my business skills, or my communication and socializing skills, or something like that. So again, this Taurus may be highlighting his insecurities a little bit as well, and the need to overcome them or kind of come to terms with them and not allow them to limit his success and his enjoyment of this experience right now. So we've got King of Pentacles in the reverse. He's probably also aware like, okay, yeah, this tour is pretty long, but it's not going to last forever, right? And he's not really so phased about the longevity or the length of this tour, in terms of like, the longer I can stay in the public eye, the better, really. Like I'm gonna have to work hard even if I'm not gonna tour, isn't it? I'm gonna have to deal with other people even if I'm not touring. I'm probably gonna have conflicts and tensions with others around me even if I'm not touring, even if I'm not part of BTS even. So it just comes with the job, and sometimes it's not so great to experience, I guess, but it is what it is. At least the tour's not going to last forever. Perhaps then when it ends, a new start is going to appear, and I'm inspired to see what's after that. Like, what else can I do? What's coming after? Like, he's still inspired here to keep on going. He's like still a little bit hurt about these conflicts and confrontation, people maybe not believing in him so much, or not. I'm not getting like he's not being taken seriously. He knows that he is, but he's maybe hurt over the fact that others can't see his point of view. Like, you've known me for so long, why can't you still understand what I'm trying to say? And that I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm not trying to make your life harder. In fact, I'm actually trying to make your life easier. And as much as I care about my own career and how long it's going to last, I also care about your career as well. And that's why I try my best to inspire others to do their best as well, to work hard. But not everyone agrees with that. That's what I'm getting really strongly. Not everyone agrees with that, and that's hurtful to him. Okay, so coming back to this. Okay, so coming to this Four of Wands in the reverse now. This is disharmony, conflict, arguments, okay, specifically like a breakdown in communication as well, like verbal conflict specifically. I'm not overly maybe celebrating this phase in my life, for example, or I'm not always enjoying so much being part of this collective like BTS, or at least right now this could feel like I'm just not 100% enjoying being here, but I gotta keep on going, because otherwise if I'll give up, like everyone else has won, all the naysayers, the haters and whatever. So like quite a difficult, quite complex energy that he's in at the moment, okay? If I were to do this reading like next week again, I feel like it would be a completely different story. So bottom of the deck, we've got this Three of Cups here, Justice as well. I feel like truth is going to come to the surface. Maybe he's going to be able to express his truth, and kind of remain friends still, or just like work on his friendships. But with the Star being in the reverse, is still putting like a damper on these relationships, like a conflict or some sort of tensions that have taken place in the recent past specifically. I don't know if he's been in the news as well, or you know, there's like some gossip about him right now in the news, in the media, where he is maybe not overly happy about that, you know, that people talking like that about me or something, or what I've done or what I've said, you know, with the sword energy, or what I've taken action on. I mean, for all I know, it could be this comment that he's left on Alyssa's video or something like that, or story, or I don't know. Could be that, or maybe something else even. So there could be something in the media right now that is making him look a little bit bad, I guess. So he's trying extra hard to kind of make up for that or something, and focus on the people that are there for him, that don't judge him, that don't really care even, you know, about the media and what the media says and what the haters say and the naysayers and whoever's criticizing. Maybe there's some criticism overall that he's experiencing, but I feel like the criticism is from inside and outside possibly as well at this time, and that could be really quite a hurtful place to be at times. But I feel like he's still focusing on moving on from it. It's almost like, if I'm gonna stay in this energy, you know, I might as well just throw in the towel and just be done with this industry, right? But I don't want to be. I feel like it's more fueled by the naysayers or people who don't believe in him, or him just wanting to prove people wrong who have not supported him, or who he perceives are not supporting him, okay? So overall, the Star in the reverse is quite insecure energy. I feel maybe disconnected even from my friends or some fans maybe. It's like I'm forgiven and I've spoken my truth and they have spoken their truth, and we're not like angry at one another. But deep down, I feel like he's still really disappointed. Or there's like some sort of disconnect here due to either his own insecurities, or he just feels, you know, once this tour is over, and if we continue arguing and being in these situations, if this is going to cause us to drift apart, for example, or disconnect from one another more and more, or at least when it comes to his energy, him disconnecting from others more and more. But right now his focus is on at least, you know, maintaining that balance and maybe healing from that. But it's, as I said, easier said than done, okay? Very complex energy, guys, okay? But this is all I've got now for J-Hope. But let's have a look then. Who else do we have here? Oh, right, okay. So let's move on now to V's energy. Okay, guys, so let's proceed with V's energy now and how he currently feels about the tour and tour life. So for him, we have the Queen of Wands as the overall energy, which is really nice energy actually to have. I feel like he's trying to enjoy himself, enjoy this phase in his life. This is very confident, courageous, and focused energy as well. So I feel like he's very determined to shine brightly here, to do his best overall. Okay, at the same time, I feel like he's also is doing his best to enjoy this phase in his life, even though there are some challenges here for sure, because we are looking at opposition card and now South Node as well. So I feel like maybe like in the recent past something has happened. Now for all the other members, this energy has been coming through, that there's maybe some arguments, let's say, or conflicts, or something's taken place in the recent past between the members. Specifically, I'm getting where they've not gotten along, or there's been like a misunderstanding or some sort of situation that has caused many of them to fall out with one another. Okay, but I do think that when it comes to V's energy, the energy is very, very determined to overcome whatever has happened in the past. Sometimes the South Node energy as a reader for me also indicates like some past habits on a collective level could be, or someone he's having to deal with, maybe himself to some extent as well. It certainly could be with the opposition is quite a confrontational energy, becoming combative or reactive or angry or frustrated and falling out because of that with others. Okay, and because the Queen of Wands is upright here, he's probably, you know, when it comes to his own energy now, trying his very best not to rise to confrontation and not take it too personally, for example. So he's kind of perhaps realizing or seeing himself from the side here, that before I used to get wound up over the smallest of things or a slight or something like that, but this tour is helping me to not rise to every situation that could be slightly confrontational. Like I'm learning how to stay calm and in my power and patient maybe as well, and really just work on overcoming this need to react to everything really badly or intensely, or he probably has like a quite a fiery side. Okay, but I do think that there are others around him specifically who are arguing, so therefore it kind of helps him to see that, okay, maybe that's how people used to perceive me also in the past, when I kind of took everything so personally, or I reacted to whenever someone didn't agree with me really badly or quite intensely, like it's maybe not the best thing to do. And now I'm kind of learning that. Okay, so the other energies that we've got here are Five of Cups. We also have the World here. We've got Ace of Cups, Three of Cups in the reverse, and Two of Cups in the reverse as well, and Strength. Okay, on the bottom of the deck we have Four of Wands, which is lovely. We have Ace of Wands in the reverse and the High Priestess in the reverse as well. I don't know if there are certain things that he's not sharing with like other BTS members or something like that. The High Priestess in the reverse, or High Priestess energy overall, is quite like secretive. This is also quite like a selfish, withdrawn, silent type of energy. Okay, so certain things he's probably consciously choosing not to express because the Ace of Wands is in the reverse here as well, or is maybe forced to even kind of disconnect from and not think about something or someone here could even be. So for all I know, during the tour there could be someone he's thinking about, or someone who's on his mind with whom he maybe wants to reconnect with, because someone from the past with who he could also be going through like a tough time with, or something happened in the past where he clashed with someone here, and now I feel like this person either has left him in the past or this connection is in the past. I'm not really getting a lot of like love here, but I am getting that there's someone on his mind here that he's maybe not so much expressing to others around him, let's say, as well, that I'm thinking about this person. And sometimes when I'm alone, I'm thinking about this person, or he could be drifting off, daydreaming. Like, it's like I can't get someone out of my mind at the same time. And now I'm touring here, as much as it puts me in the public eye, I shine really brightly. I get all the positive reviews, or I feel confident being in front of people. And when it comes to this tour, I try to enjoy it as much as I can, and do my best to stay in the public eye for all the good reasons, and have a laugh and everything as well. But then also, because of this tour, I'm unable to possibly sort out something that happened in the past with a specific person I'm getting here. Someone who I feel like he feels passionately about, but he's not expressing. He's not expressing, he's not telling this person that, listen, I still fancy you, I still want to come together with you. And also when it comes to other people around him, like other BTS members as well, it's like it's not worth talking about because we've disconnected with this high priestess in the reverse. But in his mind, again, the high priestess is very psychic, and it's your consciousness, and 12th house as well, things that you don't express. 12th house, the last house as well, so it does indicate an ending of some sort. But in my mind, with that Aries energy coming through with four of wands, it's like I still kind of am dreaming about coming together, taking action, and hoping that we'll get this outcome. But I'm not doing anything about it because Ace of Wands is in the reverse, okay? But overall, I do think that there are some disappointments here as well, a little bit of pessimism. Also, again, with this Five of Cups, it is like a recent past energy that keeps lingering at the moment for all the BTS members, right? For Jungkook and Suga, we've got both Five of Wands coming out as the overall energy. Then for J-Hope, we had Five of Swords, and now we've got a Five of Cups here as well, which is a challenge that needs to be overcome. That has taken place in the past. And we also have that South Node here as well, that he is very determined to move on from. But it could be that right now, at least, because tarot readings are based on current energies, guys, okay? It could be that it's dampening his experience of this tour a little bit. Also, possibly, in his perspective, something that cannot be avoided, like we're gonna fall out with one another. It's almost to be expected that we are going to have these ups and downs and tensions and stuff. But if he could help it, he just would not have these moments. In his perspective, why can't everyone just get along and have a great time with one another, right? He's disappointed, but I feel like he's trying to take the back seat and not react too strongly. Like, I'm disappointed, but I'm just try and stay uplifted. Again, that Queen of Wands is so positive, and she's humorous and fun, and she's wanting to have fun. She's not interested in some drama. Basically, it's disappointing that drama is happening, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna have to engage in it. So we've got the World here as well. This is about, traveling, accomplishing things, feeling like I belong. And I feel like at the moment, at least when it comes to his career, it does feel like everything's just come together really nicely. I was maybe hoping and waiting for this moment when he was in the military maybe, and now I just feel like this is exactly what I'm meant to do. And this gives my life purpose and meaning as well, okay? And I feel like overall, just traveling, connecting with people from different parts of the world, and just traveling overall, I think he's finding it really enjoyable, having that change of environment. It's almost like he's feeling alive here, when I'm touring, or at least currently, it makes me feel alive, that I'm doing something with my life, I'm accomplishing things, and that makes me feel so inspired to keep going and to do my best and continue traveling. I feel like he really enjoys the traveling bit at the moment, at least, or wherever he is at the moment. No idea. I know that they've been in England, but they've probably already gone somewhere else. So maybe Europe overall he's really enjoyed, or wherever the country that he's in, okay, the several last countries possibly, maybe thoroughly enjoyed, because I feel like he's gaining a lot of attention as well for being good looking, people being really nice to him. And it could be that in the past there's been like some sort of situation that also maybe was quite confrontational in the media with the world being here over like his looks or something with this Queen of Wands. But he's now moving on from that. Like, I'm not thinking about that because I'm in a different place, in different society, and I'm being treated really, really well. And I love that. That puts things in perspective, that I should not maybe allow just anyone to bring my energy down and my mood down, and just because someone somewhere has an opinion, right? It's something along those lines. It's very empowering energy that I'm getting here for him, okay? So Saturn energy coming through here is also about building a structure of some sort that he feels like has been successful, like getting this a show going and the tour going has been successful, and overall I feel successful. This tour specifically is like the highlight of my life at the moment, okay? And it requires at the same time a lot of discipline and me being as interactive as I possibly can. But Saturn again is expansion through hard work, okay? And also it's time, so it's not just going to be something that is going to be forever. Maybe I will never experience this again, who knows? So I need to do my best, but also enjoy it as much as I can, because memories now, South Node could be memories as well. Like, I'm making wonderful memories where I am right now, and that really drives me to continue and to do better and stay upbeat and happy and really grateful for this time in my life, okay? And we are moving on to now Ace of Cups here, which is love and joy and emotional fulfillment, especially with the world as well. It feels like I'm emotionally really fulfilled. Everything's come together. I'm at the right place at the right time in my life right now, and everything's just going great, and I'm just loving it. I love the traveling. I love the people I'm surrounded by, and I receive so much love and attention, appreciation for my talents and for the person that I am as well. So I'm focused on all the good stuff. Like, there's bad stuff going on as well, but I don't want to focus on that. There's no meaning in that. The love is what is important here, and he has so much love for his community, for example, here with this Four of Wands just next to it. Yeah, I do think that he's just overall feeling pretty great that this stage in his life even started, and I don't think that he gets so much like phased by the volume of work, for example. Okay, we did get that for Jungkook, for example. Like, it's a bit harrowing or a little bit overwhelming, like how much work we're gonna have to do and how many shows there are gonna be, and we've only done half of it or less even, and it's just don't know how this is going to end for us. But at the moment, when it comes to Taeyong's energy, he's just not really wanting to focus on the things that, you know, will ruin this moment of happiness and joy for him, okay? So next we've got this Three of Cups in the reverse here. I don't know if he's recently been partying or overindulging, for example. Certainly could be like, you know, a little bit of disappointment maybe when it comes to like his physical health specifically, or shape, his physical shape. Maybe he's lost weight, or, you know, let's say in the military he was really buff, isn't it? But now it could be like, I feel a bit saddened about the fact that maybe, you know, I'm not as muscly as I was before, right? I feel that I maybe look a little bit tired or something like that, and he could be tired as well. but at the same time, it's almost like this time in my life is to be celebrated. Like, I don't maybe want to worry too much about how big my muscles are. It could be that there's not enough time to even worry about it so much. We're traveling all the time. We're in one country, another country the next day, and in different time zones and stuff. It's maybe quite difficult to keep up with my gym regime and whatever, right? I do my best, but sometimes, it is what it is, right? There's other things that are more important in this moment and that make me happy at this time anyway. So that's my main priority. And there's also, I feel like, the need to have a little bit of privacy as well. Now, that's come out for all the other members as well, like alone time, privacy, um, less indulgence, I feel as well. So don't know if he's kind of like really wanting to watch what he eats and drinks or how much. So that could be a little bit disappointing that I don't always get to stay as disciplined when it comes to like me indulging, right, in this local cuisine here, or some alcohol or drinks because we're celebrating, we're partying, want to go to this place or that place. So for all I know, it could even be, we're in this country right now, maybe we should go clubbing if we can, or we should go and visit this bar or grab a few drinks. So for him, it's the experience that is the most important thing right now, rather than, oh, I can't go there because I'm going to have to grab a drink and I'm just can't obviously sit there without a drink, isn't it? So that's not important. He's not wanting limitations to his experience that he is gaining from this tour. Like, he's wanting to have fun as well. It's like, I work so hard, I'm allowed to have some fun. But at the same time, I need to kind of find a healthy balance here where I'm not gonna get fat, for example, or I'm just drinking and then I have to go on the stage next day and I've got a hangover. Like, I can go out and grab a drink, but not like 3, 5, 6 drinks, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So as I said, also the alone time here is also highlighted, that sometimes I just want to have a day just to myself as well. And it's a bit hard maybe to be face to face with everybody on a daily basis. And it just is a bit, I don't know, like tiring, I guess, or just sometimes I get fed up. But then at the same time, as I said in the beginning, like I try not to rise to how I feel and really stay grounded and practical with things. Okay. So we've got 2 of Wands in the reverse here as well. So I don't know if he's experiencing like when it comes to the future, for example. It's like I don't actually know what the future brings. Okay, I haven't got any like solid plans put into place yet, so I'll just maybe think about it once the tour is nearing the end, and then we'll maybe see what else can we do for me as a solo artist, possibly. Okay. And also there could be some plans that have not worked out as well, right? I don't know what this could have to do. Maybe some travel plans where there are some challenges at the moment. That could be another thing that he's kind of like still very much focused on, like overcoming, I guess. If there are some challenges or certain plans were put into place, but we'll kind of have to change plans now. Maybe, because we do have the 4 of Wands here and the World as well. Certainly could be that there's uncertainty about if something's going to go ahead, like a concert, for example. Maybe this is this Chile concert. But he's very determined to still do his best to be able to attend, to be able to get this show going and keep things as planned, basically. Even if there are challenges, it's like we have to overcome the challenges, right? We can't just give up, isn't it? Queen of Wands is not a quitter. Queen of Wands is very confident and very focused specifically on overcoming some sort of opposition here, like some sort of clash, some sort of confrontation, misunderstanding possibly about some sort of um some sort of accomplishment that is coming up maybe soon that he's gonna have to travel for. I feel like this could have something to do with this Chile concert. He's still thinking about it currently, in terms of like, I really want to go there as well. Like, it would be such a shame if we didn't go and see our fans there as well. Like, I really want to go, and I really hope that we can overcome this challenge, because we can't let our fans down, which is this Three of Cups in the reverse with Five of Cups above it. Also, when it comes to, I feel like his own goals for himself as a star, as a celebrity, as a solo artist, let's say, as well, there certainly could be that this tour, he's very aware, is maybe making him like play it fairly small on that front, but it's okay because I'm still successful. I'm still in the public eye. I'm still present with my fans, and I've not disappeared. You know what I mean? I'm just not doing any solo work at the moment, but it doesn't mean that I'm not working. I'm still working harder than ever. As I said, it's like there's a bit of uncertainty when it comes to the future as well. Maybe future of BTS or future of his solo career and what's to come, and what needs to be planned out for that, and when could be even as well. But overall, he is looking forward to that time as well already now. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing what else is coming towards me after this tour, and it's like I'm excited right now to be able to do this even, but I'm also excited for what's to come. Okay, and the last one that we've got here is Strength, and I feel like he's very like confident here, right? And very focused on keeping a very strong um social status, I suppose, like staying in the public eye, as I said, not, going away anywhere, and, posting on social media, maybe staying active, um, when it comes to talking to fans and being interactive with them and everything, and doing the lives and performing, obviously, and, doing as much as he can, really. I feel like the workload does not phase him at all. Like, see, it's not even come out here. We've got actually no pentacles here. So this part of his life is not, when it comes to him specifically, okay, is not in any way influenced, or like, it doesn't really care about the money even. It's more like, I love this experience in my life, and I couldn't be any more grateful to have these opportunities in the first place, to be the person that I am, to mean so much to my fans, for example, and to have the opportunity to connect with all of them as well, to receive such amount of love and adoration and support. That means the world to me, not so much like the money. And I feel like the social status as well, is not overly important. It's like, it's enough for me that my fans still love me and they see me for the person that I am, and they treat me well. I'm just doing this tour because I really want to. The driving force behind his work ethic is not so much money. It is, I suppose it is status to some degree, but it's not like for selfish and like self-centered reasons. It's like because I feel called to, like, this is my journey, this is my path, this is my purpose, and this is exactly where I need to be right now. It just feels so amazing. I'm loving where I am right now. I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm loving the people I'm surrounded by, and I'm making so many memories that I will never forget. This is the highlight of my life, essentially. So he's really having such a positive experience, and he's actually really enjoying being in emotion and being there and there and there, and it's just so exciting. I love that. Whereas, like, for example, for others or some of the other members, that is causing so much exhaustion, whereas for him, he could be exhausted, but mentally at the same time, he could be thinking like, I could live my life forever like this. Maybe he just doesn't like to be too like not so much passive, but too stable in life. Like there's a little bit of challenge makes me feel alive, or a little bit of like change, even, let's say, okay, makes me feel so alive. But guys, this is all I've got now for our Taeyong here. Please feel free to let me know down in the comments what you think, or if you would like to clarify anything at all. But yeah, thank you for your time, guys. But let's move on and let's have a look at Jimin's energy next. Okay, guys, so let's have a look at Jimin's energy then, and how does he feel about touring at this time? So for him, interestingly enough, we've got 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. This can hint to like lack of stability, not being able to see his family, being separated from his family could be as well. That's the only maybe downfall here. And then also this can speak about the dark side of the industry that he's in as well, or the dark side of wealth, where there's maybe never enough of it and we're always being worked to our limits to earn more profits and money and all of that. Okay, so this card now has come out with Solar Calm, which is yeah, calming, and it's almost like he's got a clear picture of what's happening here in terms of, as I said, like the industry and everything, and what's causing him to maybe feel a bit down, and what's the cause of the instability in his life. But that at the same time, it's like I'm not overly like fretting about it. I'm not overly anxious or stressed about it. It is what it is. It's like I've made my choices in life. This is something that I've chosen for myself, so I kind of need to get on with it and deal with the negatives and the positives. Okay, and we've got the trine and sextile energy, which is actually really good because he's probably just focused on the teamwork, right? The BTS members and everyone else who works behind the scenes, maybe as well, getting along together, going like on a very long mates holiday. Like this is his like focus possibly. It's like I know that all of this darker stuff or the more oppressive stuff is happening in the background when it comes to the company, hype, agencies, music industry and K-pop industry and everything, right? And that we are being possibly used to you know, make money and profits, and I don't know, maybe even when it comes to shares and everything as well, right? When it comes to hype specifically. But it's like, I don't have to kind of have this type of mindset when I'm touring. Instead, because I am touring, I am traveling, right? I am free as a bird right now. I don't have any kids. I don't have a wife or a committed relationship here. I'm focused on having a best time, collaborating, working with my best mates here, possibly also working on staying connected with the people that he needs to travel with. I hope that makes sense. It's like instead of drifting apart, instead of like, for example, if we have conflicts and stuff, you know, people tend to drift apart, or there's like resentment and all of that. His focus is more on the fact that, yeah, we do go through difficult times, but in his perspective, sometimes these moments bring us actually closer together. And perhaps he's feeling currently right now that I feel closer to my team than ever before, for example, and that feels really nice. That feels like liberating, or somehow just because I can get along with these guys and have a great time, it kind of draws my attention away from everything that is kind of serious and you know, the business side of things and stuff. It's like I don't have to worry about that. I can just focus on having a great time, enjoying this phase in my life, this opportunity to do all of this with my best mate, with my work family and family overall. Okay. So the other cards that we've got here are the Fool, we've got the Six of Pentacles, we've got Three of Cups here, we've got the Moon energy and a Four of Cups, and then we've got Three of Pentacles, which is really fitting with this trine and sextile. So I don't know if there's like third party situations going on here, like a lot of third parties that we have to kind of rely on and work with, and like find a common place or common something with. It's like we benefit from touring and you guys also benefit from that. Okay, so it could be that example, the fandom benefits from seeing us on stage, and fair enough, they might have to travel to come and see us, they have to buy tickets, but for some people it can be like quite a life-changing experience to be in contact or to see us live face to face on stage, for example. And then also when it comes to the venues and the countries, it's like we benefit the country that we're going into. Like there's maybe economy is doing really well then, or we're raising a lot of funds, for example, to the venues and so forth, right? And you know, things of that nature. I feel like overall though, his focus here is also on collaboration and teamwork. Okay, bottom of the deck, we've got 8 of Swords in the reverse, we've got the World here, and we've got the King of Swords. Yeah, King of Swords is very professional, diligent, and he's also trying his best to not think about maybe like how long this tour is going to last for. His mindset is more about like, I'm going to be touring for quite a while, so I'm just going to treat it as a you know, trip around the world or something like that, with my best mates, with the most wonderful community, which is Army. And this is just the opportunity to do this alone is absolutely wonderful. And I'm going to try and stay as hardworking when it comes to like performances and achieving success and showing up as like somebody who's really, really committed to his craft, to his job, and to his community overall. Okay, so as much as he's focused on working and doing his best in that regard, but also he's focused on having a great time as well. It's a very similar energy to V's energy, actually. But yeah, so we've got the Fool in the reverse here, which is all about, you know, I'm hesitating, not trying to be reckless, and I can't maybe experience total freedom where I can just take my 3 things and just go and, I don't know, go hiking somewhere for 3 days, or camping, or just go even sightseeing. Like it's a little bit like restrictive energy here. Like I would like to have more freedom and time possibly as well to go and do more sightseeing, maybe be on my own as well, like go somewhere completely by myself without anybody. Like I can't do that, that would be reckless of me. So it's almost like even if I can't do that, I can still do some things, you know, like with my mates, like other BTS members, and they obviously have their security with them as well, and managers and so forth. It's like we can do some things, but if I could choose, I would just go off in the nature, for example, and just, I don't know, go for a long hike, or just enjoy a bit of freedom as well, to be myself and do what I want and not just tag along with people. But spending time with people, being safe, is at the same time also pleasurable. So, you know, it's no biggie really. So we've got 6 of Pentacles here, which is all about giving and receiving support. So he certainly could be thinking like, I'm gaining so much support, I'm receiving so much love from people around me, like his fans and everything, and I just want to give back to my community as well. Okay, so I'm not really getting that this is like about money or anything, like giving back financially. I'm feeling that it's more about effort because of the King of Swords being here. My expertise, my talent, specifically sextile, would be about talents, right? So to give back for everybody else's effort, you know, the fans, the teams and everything, right, that they're doing their best as well to come and see us and to work with us and so forth. This is my responsibility and duty to do my best job ever at this time, to say thank you for supporting me and BTS, and for being here, for helping us out with this amazing achievement here. And you know, he's very like caring of everyone around him at this time. Even if, let's say, there are um challenges or conflict or whatever, his heart space is very open, though, in terms of like, I care how people feel, I care what is their experience of this phase in their lives, touring with us, being part of the team, other BTS members, and so forth, and where their own like mental spaces. Like, he's very caring and supportive of others around him as well. So it's like he's not being selfish here. He's also thinking, if I want to go somewhere, I'll make sure that I will ask this person or this person if you would like to join me, just to make sure that they wouldn't feel left out, for example. Again, with this trine and sextile, it's very fitting, because it's like, I just want to keep us together. I want us to grow closer to one another and not drift apart, okay? So I don't know if there's concerns for this when it comes to him, or how he perceives like others around him, because we do have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, which is then, as I said, it's like that darker side of industry, like pressure and stress and anxiety, and having to stay on schedule, and you're ill, you can't even take a day off, or when you're exhausted to a point where you just can't get out of the bed, you kind of have to conjure up some energy to get your job done, isn't it? So it's like, we're in it together, so we have to also deal with all the negatives together as well, not like separately, right? Because that's going to cause us to have resentment towards one another, and we might end up drifting apart. So it's really important for me, at least, to stay as supportive as I possibly can, because then I know that others will support me also when I'm struggling. Okay, so we've got 3 of Cups over here now as well. Yeah, I feel like he's very happy to be reunited with all the BTS members, and traveling, as I said, performing, and then maybe there are some after parties, maybe having some fun outside of the work and everything as well. He's really trying to enjoy himself as much as he can. He's maybe also made a couple of new friends as well, or new contacts, and just being social, being out and about. There's a lot of like change taking place in his life right now, and he's quite loving it. He's maybe the sort of person who quite likes change, when there's change of environment, or different types of people to talk to, different cultures to take in, and so forth. It's like, it's quite like invigorating. Or he does have this Gemini very strong in his chart, isn't it, with Libra both being air signs. So he's getting like right amount of mental stimulation when he's in motion and things are changing constantly. He's quite enjoying it. Okay, so we've got the moon here as well, which is a bit fearful, anxious, stressed, worry type of energy. This is also the energy of like, I don't really know what's to come, or there's like uncertainty. It's 12th house, really. I'm sure that there's some things that I don't really see what's happening behind the scenes, okay? Or when it comes to the company, maybe as well. 10 of Pentacles can be company, especially in the reverse. Maybe company is like Hive, maybe, or whichever company they could be working with is maybe financially struggling, or there are some struggles that they are trying to prevent from happening, or they're trying to kind of come out of this phase. And BTS is kind of like that miracle in some ways, that is like the only thing that can save them or help them, or something like that, I'm getting. But then at the same time, the moon energy is, again, that's very dreamy type of energy. This could have something to do with literally dreaming at night, sleeping and stuff as well, or nighttime, being out and about at night, going partying, going looking around when no one can kind of recognize us, could be as well. So at nighttime I'm free as a bird, or I can go somewhere and take my environment in more. It's very emotional energy as well. So don't know if there's, I don't know, something that's happened that could be causing him to focus on his feelings and his emotions as well. Or let's say if there was a confrontation or argument, or they keep on happening, then when it comes to his perception on this whole matter, it's almost like he's maybe thinking people are just reacting because they're tired, because they're emotional, because they're a bit up and down. They don't know what day it is. They don't know what time it is, because we're just so all over the place a little bit. But when it comes to his energy, he could be thinking, well, I need to be more mindful of how I feel or how I react. As I said, very similar energy to V's reading as well, okay? So we have this Four of Cups here. There's like a little bit of disappointment in some affair as well, or disconnection, or he's needing to meditate about his options and choices or something. Again, water energy coming through here. Something or someone possibly he could be thinking about, contemplating about, okay? I feel like this could have something to do. Some days he certainly could be feeling like I can't be bothered so much. I just really just don't even want to pick up this microphone and go out there and start, you know, performing basically, and put on that smiley face when I'm just feeling exhausted and tired, and I've not slept properly or enough, or I'm just jet lagged or something like that. But it's like I have to put my professional head on and think that it's not a holiday. I've come here to work. It's just a plus. It's just a bonus that I get to also enjoy myself with the people that I'm traveling with. But I'm traveling because of work, so I kind of like have to go and get myself sorted. It's got a very strong sense of duty. So we've got Three of Pentacles here as well, which is teamwork, collaboration, very fitting again with this trine and sextile here, right? And I don't know if they're like kind of doing something around this time, like they're rehearsing for something that's to come, maybe with the world here. It's like right now things are a bit tense, and some people are a little bit unhappy and tired and everything, but we'll be able to kind of release ourselves from this responsibility, this duty or something when it gets done. Maybe this is something to do with FIFA even that's coming up. I've been getting like the energy of rehearsing for something new, like a new choreography that they've been working on behind the scenes that has caused arguments, specifically with J-Hope. I've been getting, okay, and J-Hope's been the one who's been arguing with everyone, I don't know, but this type of energy has been coming through for a while now. So do you think that this is something that's coming up here as well? But now when it comes to Jimin's energy, he's not so much like focused on, you know, arguing. He's focused on how can we remain as a team and think like a team rather than individuals who get hurt and I don't know, who are sensitive and who take everything to heart, and then we're clashing, right? His focus is on like how can we overcome these challenges and still be a team and get along with one another, right? At least he's trying to do that. He's not holding any grudges against anyone here, and it's just, you know, it's just a job. I've got to get my job done at the end of the day. There's nothing to take personally here, really. He's like not going along with the, you know, taking sides and this sort of vibe here. He's like, I take the side of the team. I'm not on your side or your side. I'm focused on teamwork, and so should you be, right? So stop getting maybe hurt over the smallest of things, and you stop being so reactive over the smallest of things, okay? Like others maybe don't even want to witness or be part of this type of energy, but we get dragged into it, right? So Jimin certainly could be even like that middleman there as well when it comes to situations like that, because again with his strong Libra is going to want everyone to have an equal say about things. Libras are very focused on balance and harmony and maintaining this harmony. I do think that there's been like a situation in the recent past, or let's say like the work itself that they're currently doing is a little bit challenging. And I'm thinking that this is something extra that could be coming up. But overall, he's having a blast, he's having a good time, and he's staying focused on having a good time. So, as I said, he's like trying to keep the team together by being really nice with everybody, by considering everyone's feelings, including his own as well. And it's very important for him to see everyone happy around him as well. Okay. But anyways, guys, this is all I've got for our Gemini now. So let's move on and let's have a look at RM's energy next. So let's move on and let's have a look then. What is RM's energy like when it comes to the tour at this time? How does he feel about touring currently? Okay, so for him, for the overall energy, we have the 10 of Swords in the challenge position, which is right here. So 10 of Swords is a painful ending. This could be feeling beat, feeling tired, in pain maybe as well. Okay, you're just low. Okay, and in a challenge position, this tells me that he is probably feeling quite exhausted and tired and just maybe suffering a little bit, to be honest with you, when it comes to his mental health, maybe to some degree. But more than anything, 10 of Swords affects your body and your energy, your inspiration, right, your headspace, but sometimes your body as well. For him, it could be even both. And it could be that at this time he's trying to recover, but recovering specifically is really difficult. Okay. So it could be for many reasons. We will have to have a look at the other cards in a little bit. So we also have the first house here, and we've got the moon energy. So that's what I mean. It's probably both his headspace, his feelings and his emotions, and also his physical health, as the first house speaks about how connected you are to your body, how confident you are, how healthy you are, okay, and what type of image you portray to the world around you. Okay, to some degree this is your personal style and your look as well, but more than anything, to me as a reader, first house is usually about your mood, your confidence, your health, your body, and you know, this is more about, this is the house of self after all. So he's maybe just within himself not feeling the greatest, or he's just not been feeling very healthy, could be as well, due to exhaustion, tiredness, for all I know could be heat even as well. Okay, and the moon energy is all about your emotions, your inner side, your inner life. Okay, and it comes out here with the 10 of Swords, which is, I don't know, maybe his heart space is a little bit fragile at the moment, maybe he's going through heartbreak, or just overall he's feeling a bit broken inside. But again, with this first house, is like I have to pay attention how I come across in the public eye, for example, or when I'm performing, people can't really know that I'm suffering, I'm in pain, or some part of my body is in pain or is struggling healing, for example, and I need to show up as, you know, somebody who's confident and doing great and I've got no worries, basically. Okay, where it's in reality he's suffering here with something, certainly. One thing that I'm getting is health related issues, could be mental health even as well, or just overwhelm, anxiety, stress could be as well, tiredness for sure is here as well. Okay, so the other cards now that we've got here for him are page ones in the reverse. Again, very anxious or frustrated energy, and there's the need to have time to himself, or he could be feeling in need of a slower lifestyle, I'm getting, or something like that, where he can pay more attention to himself, take care of himself, right? um then we also have this five of swords that came out for J-Hope, I believe. Okay, so all of the BTS members have gotten some sort of conflicting, intense, and like argumentative, confrontational energy coming through. So do you think that in the recent past, like last week or the week before, let's say the most, there's probably been some sort of like arguments or tensions overall, and Five of Swords upright specifically is the sort of energy that speaks about winning at all costs, though. Like, I might be in pain, but I gotta keep on pushing through it, right? I might be tired and exhausted, and I'm not slept for days on end, but I gotta keep going. I got to push through it, and I can't show that really as well on my face and in my energy when I show up in the public, for example, or in front of the fans, or when I'm performing and so forth, right? Um, so I do think that there's the energy, or like I'm feeling more than anything that there's the energy of I'm feeling defeated almost a little bit, or destroyed energetically and mentally. It's like there's only so much I can take. And this is just the current energy. So this may be something that has influenced or affected him in such a way where he feels that, "Oh, I can't deal with this anymore. I really need a break. I need to have a day to myself. I need to switch off, or just have a day locked away in my hotel room and not get out of the bed," or something along those lines, where I don't have to think about work, when I don't have to think about what I'm going to say on this day, or on this event, or on this show, or you know what I mean. It's like I need a complete, like, not so much like a reset, but a day or two just to not have anything to do with work almost, I'm getting. Okay. um and you see, we've got the Knight Wands in the reverse here next as well, again, which is the energy of slowing down because I'm too frustrated. I feel directionless. I feel like nothing's working in my favor. I'm frustrated. That wand energy in the reverse specifically is I'm lashing out. I'm anxious. I'm stressed. I'm tense. I'm uh, under enormous pressure, for example, as well. So, for all I know, it could be also like external things, like third party things. Like, for example, he's touring right now, he's got his BTS responsibilities, but he could also have other responsibilities as well that are just for RM, right? His own business opportunities, or whatever else he's got going on behind the scenes that doesn't have anything to do with BTS. You know, as far as I know, he's doing something with this Korean museum. Maybe there's something along the lines, like more of those types of things going on in his life. And that is why he's feeling extremely overwhelmed almost, I'm getting, with this moon energy, right? Um, and he's just currently, at least, doesn't have the best time when it comes to touring, right? So we also have the Nine of Cups. So do you think that so far, at least, the work that he has done and his focus, maybe when it comes to other responsibilities and duties he's got in life outside of BTS as well, okay, he's focused on achieving great results, obviously, and that's maybe why he's all stressed out and everything, because there's a lot of like expectation and all of that basically, and it's just stressing the hell out of me, right? Let's say if there are some opportunities that he has been presented with, some of them, or something that he's dealing or working on at the moment, is at the same time something that he's desired or he's wanted, but it's that extra work that I need to do at a time when I'm extremely busy already, just feels extremely overwhelming and tiring, exhausting on a mental level, first of all, with this Ten of Swords. And physically, I'm exhausted also because I'm dancing, rehearsing, and I'm on my feet all day, every day, pretty much, right? But Nine of Cups is still upright, though. And that speaks of joy and satisfaction as well. So not all is bad, not all is lost here, as much as he is struggling with his energy and maybe, his stress and anxiety. I'm getting really strongly the energy of like overwhelm and anxiety. So I don't know if he has any issues with anxiety specifically, that it's almost like it affects his like body overall. Like I tense up and I just get weird a little bit like that. Like it does not just affect my mind and my headspace, but it also um manifests in like physical ailments, maybe like getting a fever, or I'm just a bit lightheaded and it's just maybe panic attacks even, or something like that. Okay, so but overall, when it comes to his achievements though, when it comes to the tour, and maybe if there's something else going on behind the scenes as well, he's satisfied because his career is stable and everything like work related at least is going smoothly. It's all stable, but it's just I'm tired also at the same time. Like I'm doing the best that I can. I'm focused on delivering real results, but it comes at a cost. Me feeling extremely exhausted and stressed out, and it almost like it ruins my time as well, because I want to have a great time but I can't because I'm so anxious. Right, I'm getting a bit like a fidgety type of energy even as well. Right. But when it comes to his surroundings, I feel like he is perhaps also surrounded by luxury, maybe, the hotels and the mansions or manors that they stay in. They're all very luxurious and expensive, and all of his needs are being tailored to, his food is ready for him. There's like nothing else when it comes to like your daily stuff that he needs to really worry about. It's just the job, that he needs to show up for. It never just stops when the show ends. The show ends for you, but we're gonna get off the stage and we're gonna continue with something else then. And day after day after day, this feels like it's extremely exhausting, to a point where I'm losing a bit of like a spark for this as well, with this page of wands in the reverse. So now we also have the Fool here again in the reverse. This is holding back. I'm unable to take action, or there could be even feelings of like restriction. Like I can't always go everywhere I want to go, and I can't be like freedom loving Namjoon that I am deep inside. Okay, it's like I have to make sure that I don't do anything foolish. And also, not to mention, the Fool in the reverse can also indicate that I don't actually even have so much spare time to go out and be free. There's that strong energy of holding back. Like I'm not really doing as much as I want to do, just for myself, to free myself from something, from this headspace. So, I mean, for all I know, he could have some spare time, but he maybe himself is choosing not to, I don't know, go out and just enjoy the good weather and get some ice cream, for example, go for a swim or a walk or go to a park or something like that. He maybe himself is holding back as well, knowing that everybody knows me with this first house. Like, I don't want to be like taking photos of, for example. It's like I can't go anywhere by myself, and that bothers me. But then his mindset could also restrict him in terms of like I'm too stressed out to even enjoy where I am and what I'm doing. Like I could go somewhere, I don't know, to this art gallery or to this museum. As I imagine he likes these sort of places. But I can't fully enjoy it because I'm not like always present, I guess. I'm already thinking about the next thing that needs to be done, and it just starts stressing me out all over again, right? I try my best, but being free or feeling free from this sort of mindset or headspace is very challenging at this time. Okay, but then thankfully we have the sun energy here as well. So I do think that sometimes, I'd say, some of the days when he doesn't maybe have a lot to do, or when he gets to, I don't know, stay at a hotel or just have some time with the boys in between performances or leading up to, when they just don't do much. Okay, everything's being prepared. When the stage is being prepared, then they can't really do a lot, isn't it? I do think that this is maybe the time where I can really relax and kind of like have fun as well. So at least he's trying to have fun and enjoy himself also. But like on some days it's easier said than done. It's like his own headspace is preventing him from enjoying where he is and what he's doing at this time, at least. Okay, um fully, right? So don't know what could be going on. There certainly could be some issues when it comes to like external stuff. I'm getting more than anything, like other responsibilities and duties that he has that are just like RM related, like him as a solo artist or whatever else he could be doing if it's not music. Okay, so I feel like he's also in the public eye a lot, and he's very much highlighted right now with BTS and everything. And this is also the main priority, that if I am in the public eye, or if I choose to go in the public, instantaneously everyone's going to know who I am. And I actually am quite exposed as well, because the sun energy is exposed. Like, I'm trying to have fun, but having fun for me is being not so much like vulnerable, but being out and about outside of my work environment, where people recognize me on the streets and stuff, makes me a little bit vulnerable. And sometimes I may be held back because of that, even, right? So Nine of Cups is still quite enjoyable and satisfied energy, but it's not Ten of Cups, for example, right? So he could be thinking, him staying in or where he's at is good enough. At least I don't have to deal with people who are always filming me, who stick their phones into my faces and they're bothering me, for example. Can I have your autograph, or something like that? Can I have a photo with you? And they're trying to talk to me, and I'm just not really enjoying my time. Then I can't really go out and do what I want to do, because I become like a tiny little thing that everybody's looking at, and it's just a bit frustrating, specifically with this Knight of Wands, and that being right above the sun energy is all about, I'm holding back from going out in the sun, for example, or going out, let's say, in busy areas where there's a lot of people. And of course it could also indicate the weather as well, when it's really hot. So it certainly could be that maybe he's thinking like, it's been really, really hot, and that's been also preventing me from going outside, and I just don't want to feel sticky and uncomfortable. Okay, bottom of the deck, we've got Queen of Cups in the reverse. It's very fitting now with this moon energy, because this is, again, I'm overly emotional. I'm really struggling with my feelings, so struggling with self-care specifically, or because of lack of time for self or proper self-care. I mean, it affects me in more than one ways, like physically and emotionally. And I just feel like overall there's like emotional ups and downs that he is currently experiencing. Okay, so we've got Six of Cups here as well, which is the past. This could be memories, nostalgia, making memories as well. Okay, or it's just making happy memories specifically are being clouded by me not being emotionally like quite like in a good place. Okay, now for all I know, it could also tie to someone from the past. Okay, who could be this Queen of Cups, who maybe he's had like some feelings towards, or something like that. And because we've got the Ten of Swords, 10 speak about an ending, a painful ending as well, that he's maybe also in the midst of recovering from currently as well. And that adds to the stress and him just feeling a little bit low. I mean, he does have some happy moments as well, of course, but currently at least I feel like he's just struggling a little bit. Okay, so we've got 3 of Wands here as well. Do you think that he's just having to be patient until he maybe can return somewhere like home or Korea or whenever this is on the horizon? I have no idea, guys, but so far until then he needs to push through and really take care of his mental space, his body, and find time for self-care. That's what I mean. It's almost like what I'm getting is like I like going out to do some sightseeing, okay, to have a look around where I am, what country I'm in, and all of that. But sometimes it comes at an expense where I could be just, meditating, reading, staying in, and really taking care of myself, where I'm still, where I'm at peace, where I'm surrounded by, I don't know, all of my favorite books, or if he's playing video games, right? Like having that downtime a little bit where I don't feel or pressured that I have to be doing everything all at once, even outside of work. It's like I'm in this wonderful country, like it was in Belgium, isn't it? And I feel really tempted going out because I'm in Belgium. When will I come to Belgium again? Do you know what I mean? So there could be that pressure again to go out and to see certain places and stuff and do all the, social media thing as well. But at the same time, I could also stay in and relax and just really unwind as well. So again, there's like that torn energy a little bit, but more than anything, I'm getting that right now he's in dire need of just a slower lifestyle, first of all, and then self-care time as well, especially like quiet time specifically. I'm getting here, not being around people, not trying to be RM of BTS, but just being Namjoon, who likes to read, who likes to, I don't know, whatever he likes to do, right? And focus on hobbies without feeling like self-conscious that people are looking at me what I'm doing, can't get a moment of peace, and that's just gonna make me like that, and that's what I'm essentially getting here. But he's trying to kind of contain himself and, you know, enjoy himself as well. But I feel like currently at least it's a bit challenging for him. Okay. But guys, this is all I've got now for RM and his energy when it comes to the tour. I mean, currently this is like that. If I were to do this reading like next week or the week after, next month, okay, the energy would have been completely different. But currently I'm just getting quite like a stressed, tired, and anxious energy. Okay. But anyways, let's move on, guys, and let's have a look at Jin's energy next. Okay, guys, last but not least, let's have a look now. How does Jin currently feel about touring life, and yeah, what is his energy like at this time when it comes to that? So for the overall energy, we have 3 of Pentacles here, which is teamwork, collaboration. Okay, building something like some sort of partnership could be here. Okay, teaching and learning sometimes this is as well. And like implementing something new. There could be someone who's teaching him something for all I know. Okay. But this now has come out with solar flares energy, and we've got Aries energy. Both are very, very quick energies, like sudden burst of energy type of scenario. Okay, so I don't know if he's having to stay on the go constantly, or if this is something to do with rehearsing. Now this is something I've been getting for a little while now in his weekly readings, where he could be performing soon or rehearsing on some sort of performance that is coming up soon, but it's almost like he's working on being quicker or faster when it comes to his reactions. Or I mean, Aries obviously is quick to anger as well, so certainly could be him trying to be more practical and calmer and not rise to anger too quickly when someone here is trying to, I don't know, teach something to the team specifically. I'm getting, okay. So his main focus is to get along with everybody within BTS's team or the BTS members, maybe, you know, people who work behind the scenes or some dancers that they've got as well who travel with them. But overall, I feel like teamwork is his main focus here. Staying on friendly and good terms with everyone, getting along with everyone, and having like a level or sense of peace between everyone as well. Okay, I feel like there's been like some sort of like sudden burst of like a flare up almost of not so much like energy. I'm getting more like frustration maybe, or he's done something he's not thought through properly, or he's reacted too quickly to something here, and that's affected maybe the teamwork or someone within his team. Okay, and I don't know, with the Aries energy specifically, it's quite like young and immature energy. So I don't know if he's thinking that of himself, that, you know, I was a bit foolish, or I was a little bit silly when it comes to that. Okay, like that fool energy is coming through here specifically. And first house as well, we just got that for RM as well. This is all about me, myself, and I, right? So it could be that, you know, in the recent past, he's maybe behaved a little bit selfishly, but now, because he's aware of that, his main focus is on that Three of Pentacles, teamwork, and focusing on being a team and working together as a team, and not like, you know, as an individual, like it's just my tour here or something like that. Or, you know, for all I know, it could be that there's someone who he perceives in this light as well. Okay, but anyway, so we have Seven of Cups over here, Five of Pentacles. See, all the fives have been coming out for all the members now. Okay, so do you think that this is like some sort of clash that's happened within the team in the recent past, where people were just falling out with one another left, right, and center? Okay, so we also have Two of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Knight of Swords here. We've got Page of Wands again in the reverse now. This has come out for so many members as well. And we've got Three of Wands, which now came through for RM also. And we have the High Priestess, which is quite like secretive energy, withdrawn energy, not really expressing what I think and how I feel, or just thinking before I act. This is what I'm getting really strongly here with this Aries coming through. Four of Cups is here as well. This is disconnected type of energy, especially with the High Priestess. I don't know if there's someone who's disconnected from him. And again, that High Priestess Pisces 12th house energy here is very intuitive. It's like he is intuitively feeling like someone is a bit disconnected from him, or they're just not so trusting of him anymore. And he's having to reevaluate almost like how, I'm getting really strongly like how he's behaved or what he's done. It's like I'm sat under this tree here really reevaluating my life's choices here because I'm so unhappy with myself, I'm getting. And we've got, yeah, see, Seven of Wands is some sort of confrontational situation, or someone here on top of that as well could be very self-protective when it comes to him as well. I'm not really getting that this is like him feeling this, all of this about the tour currently. I feel like it's just that there are some conflicts going on within the team at the moment, and I feel like the conflict has been overcome already, or we've like healed from that, but whoever he's been quarreling here is still a bit cold towards him. And he's just trying to, I don't know, break the ice, or kind of could be in the reverse even as well. Like I don't want to go around poking this person because it might become confrontational again, you know. But let's have a look at the Seven of Cups. Now, Seven of Cups usually is I'm searching for my purpose, what will be purposeful, my options, opportunities, and making the right choice as well, because not everything is gold in all of those cups here. So I really have to think about my options and choices. Or sometimes this is also like my own behavior or the choices that I've made as well, and I maybe made the wrong choice here, because we are looking at Five of Pentacles right next to it. That's left me feeling not so much abandoned but left out in the cold by someone. Again, someone here within my team with this Three of Pentacles right above it is cold towards me due to some sort of action that was taken. Mars energy coming through here certainly could be rage, frustration, or I've reacted to something too passionately, I'm getting, and now I'm feeling a bit worried about maybe our friendship, or how is it going to affect our teamwork in the future or something like that. There's like a lot of feelings of loss here almost. I'm not really getting like this is anything to do with like health. This is more about loss of stability within his team. So it could be that he's maybe thinking that someone or some people perceive me in a completely different light because of me being confrontational, or me coming across like not so much competitive, but this is like the energy of like being a bit like a hothead, you know. And he's now realizing it's a very classic energy of do now and think later type. So he's done or reacted or behaved in a certain way and not thought it through, and now that he's done it already, he is experiencing the consequences of that, of being left out in the cold. Like there is someone here who, for example, you know, in my opinion, I think this is J-Hope. It could be that maybe, let's say, if it is J-Hope, he does not want to hang out with Jin, right? In his spare time, for example, he's gonna go and hang out with I don't know, Jimin, for example, or Jungkook instead, or something like that, okay? And he might be feeling a bit left out, but he might be at the same time thinking that, you know, I maybe need to start putting more effort into building those bridges again, or like being part of the team again and thinking for the team, or like having that herd mentality rather than I don't know, I'm getting like the energy of singled out. Like I don't know if he's like lashed out at someone specific here, and now this person is a little bit hurt emotionally. Specifically, this person's cold towards him. They're not expressing, they're not overly like fuzzy towards him, and he can tell that this person, as much as they've said we're fine, it doesn't feel like we're fine, you know. Hope you can understand what I'm trying to explain here. But we've got Two of Pentacles here now in the reverse as well, which is again quite an overwhelming energy. This is me unable to juggle everything, or I'm just struggling with juggling everything. It's like I'm overwhelmed with the workload, and you know, sometimes this can also speak about, you know, because there's just so much to do, it's very hard for me to prioritize what is it exactly that I should be doing, or that I should be putting more effort in. And now he knows that the priority here needs to be the team, or what the team decides, right? Not what I want to do. Right, something along those lines I'm getting. So he's got like some sort of reality check here, unfortunately. Like I feel really strongly that he's just had a moment with someone where there was like a explosive, some sort of confrontation or a conflict, and it was over really quickly as well, but it kind of left someone a bit shocked. Like, where did that come from? Like, why have I just experienced that with Jin, you know? Like, just I don't get it where it's come from. But it could be that it's come from Jin being overwhelmed with the teamwork, or the work that he needed to do at that moment. And it's just because this is coming out now in this reading, it's probably still haunting him a little bit. Like, I feel like he could be feeling slightly guilty, or he doesn't know how to put things right again or bring them back into balance between him and someone within the team specifically. Okay, it's like the teamwork is going ahead and we're, still working and everything, but I can just tell that there's one person, this one member, or these guys over there that just are a bit like nonchalant or cold towards me, right? So now we've got the Knight of Swords here as well, which is, again, very action-oriented, very ambitious energy, having to, like, this is very fast energy. Again, like, the energy here is fast. Everything is going so fast. Everything needs to be done so fast, and he could be really feeling like, I don't know, I just want to maybe sit down and relax a little bit sometimes as well, or not told what I need to do all the time, or not being bossed around. And it's like, in his perspective, he might be thinking, I'm allowed to have a moment. Sometimes we all do that, but I feel like his moment was quite explosive, out of nowhere almost as well. And that's why someone here is a little bit hurt, okay? I mean, I don't know if he's also in a quite like self-defensive energy as well, or this is what the situation was about as well, like defending my beliefs or why I'm doing something the way I do when it comes to some sort of teamwork specifically. Right? I don't know if, someone, most likely J-Hope, okay, who has maybe told him you're too slow. You gotta, I don't know, hurry up and do something here. And maybe that rubbed him the wrong way around or something. And it could be also that, whatever the situation was about, it could have happened around the time when he was just feeling a bit unwell maybe, or tired, let's say, exhausted, and it's just he had a short fuse type of moment, I feel, okay? But despite of that, I do think that when it comes to the tour itself, he's still very like ambitious to do the best that he can, to stay connected with everyone the best that he can, and move on even from smallest of challenges and conflicts, okay? It's like, I don't want to hold on to this, but he's dealing here with someone who maybe tends to hold on to situations like this, who's a bit more sensitive than he is, for example, okay? Then we have Page of Wands in the reverse here. You see now Page of Wands in the reverse keeps coming out for so many members in this reading. So he certainly could be feeling, as well as other members as well, that I just really need some time to myself as well, alone time, for example. And it's almost like there's a little bit of restlessness here I'm getting. It's like I need alone time, but then at the same time, there's just so much to do, and I'm constantly, not so much on edge, but I'm alert, what else there is to do, I can't kind of relax. And that could be another thing that maybe caused this whole situation that still keeps haunting him here at the moment, at least I'm getting, okay? You see, Page of Wands in the reverse is also a conflict type of energy. In his perspective, maybe it was a little conflict, but now he's realizing because this other person is still super cold or kind of cautious around him, like maybe it wasn't like a little confrontation or a conflict for this person. Right? So he's kind of realizing here that everyone's maybe different even. I've caused someone to feel like they're not good enough maybe with this Five of Pentacles, but universe tends to mirror how you feel inside. So maybe he was feeling like he wasn't good enough and he was getting wound up with himself already. I'm really strongly getting, and also in the weekly energies that I do for my members, it's like there's some sort of like rehearsals or some sort of dancing thing going on, like a new choreography that they've been trying to put together for some sort of upcoming event. Could be this FIFA, could be something else, could be several things even, okay? And maybe he's been feeling himself, really, I'm just tired, I'm exhausted, but I gotta do better, and then maybe J-Hope has gone and say, oi Jin, you gotta do better, like what are you waiting for then? And that's just when, you know, the explosion took place on Jin's part, and it's almost like, you don't have to tell me, I kind of know it myself already, you know? And that's when it all kind of kicked off, really. Okay. But I feel like with the Three of Wands being here, he's patient, like he's not going to go poke around whoever he's had this argument with. And it could be also that he can't wait to maybe, I don't know, go back home or something like that. Or overall, also when it comes to traveling, I do think that he has enjoyed the traveling bit, like being in different countries, seeing other cultures, and he's maybe wanted to take more action, even to be in more places, let's say in his spare time, for example, or have more spare time to be able to also, you know, look around a little bit, like where I am today. I don't even sometimes know which country I am today. You know, I'm getting this sort of vibe just to, again, with this Page of Wands over here, just to have the opportunity to slow down a little bit so I could smell the roses a little bit, be a little bit nosy and curious about where I am, the environment that I'm in, you know, different cultures and so forth, maybe cuisine even as well. But I feel like because everything is kind of happening really quickly and everything needs to be done fast, and we don't really maybe or BTS has not had a lot of time to pause. Let's say he's maybe not had the opportunity to even see as many places as he was hoping for, could be as well. But I do think that there is like some sort of preparation taking place here as well for the future. As I said, that he's kind of like waiting for it, or what is kind of coming up that they are maybe working on at the moment. Like they're busy working on something here. And it's I'm not getting that this is tour performances. It's almost like this whole energy is not really about the tour. It's something that is clouding his tour life at the moment. It's the other things, right, that happen behind the scenes rather than, you know, on stage or in public. It's like when the doors are closed, then, you know, we obviously keep on living, but you don't know what a life is like then. You know, it's sometimes very stressful and anxious, and we're clashing with one another, and it's not always daisies and sunshine, isn't it? And this is what he is experiencing here. But I feel like his intuition is saying as well to kind of keep a low profile a little bit, not say a lot, be quiet more, allow others to maybe speak or something. I feel like Jin can have a really impulsive side to him, and this has been coming out in other readings as well, like his energy checks and so forth, okay, in the past. And I feel like this is this sort of situation again where he's been impulsive, or he's not thought out before he reacted. Okay, whether I should react to this, whether I should say this or not, or what would be the consequences if I did lash out at someone. And I do think that there's like some sort of like a really bad altercation here, or like some sort of like a really shouty kind of confrontation even. And you know, he's got so much fire in his chart, he's probably forgotten about it pretty much already, but someone is not allowing him to forget, though. It's that other person who was on the receiving end, who's still feeling quite like hurt and distrustful of him. And that is currently the energy that is dominant in his life when it comes to the tour and the tour life, okay? But guys, this is all I've got now for our lovely Jin, and yeah, I'm not really getting anything else, to be honest. It's just there's something here that he's kind of waiting for to take action towards with this Aries energy, okay, and something that he's preparing as well, or he's working on some sort of progress here, or process even as well, when it comes to maybe some teamwork. Maybe there's, I don't know, with Pisces being here, certainly could be like a creative process, like creating something. I do think that this is preparing for an upcoming event, like some sort of choreography, some performance that isn't specifically like tour performance. It's like something else. Okay, so that makes me, wonder, perhaps it's FIFA, or I'm not really sure what else is coming up for them. But it is something that is different to tour performances. So that's why they're preparing. But when you're tired, you're not slept, you're groggy, you're jet lagged maybe as well, and obviously this heat as well makes everybody tired, isn't it? Conflicts are bound to arise every now and again, isn't it? So this is roughly what I'm getting for him here, okay? But anyways, guys, I'll let you go. Thank you ever so much for your precious time, and thank you everyone who have subscribed to my channel, who have liked my readings, hyped them, shared them, commented as well. I'm so grateful for you guys. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Please stay safe in this heat. It's been absolutely scorching in England, and as you guys know, I hate hot weather. But I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, and I shall see you very soon in the next reading. So bye for now, my darlings. Take care. Bye.